So since I started recording, all these people that would accost me late at night and be acting in all kind of sexual manner, sometimes they'll be thrusting, they get attention towards me, or get naked, all kinds of weird stuff. Since I started recording, they stopped doing that, especially today, February 7, 2025. So it appears that radio station is, and some of the racketeering gangs are the ones doing that. They believe, as a transgender, they send women also to be bumping into me. I believe as a transgender, I can be exploited, and all the money that I could get from my mother being killed, they could just create a fake sexual relationship and just possibly kill me with poison, and claim there was a child that was formed during that fake sexual relationship, and have the child inherit everything. So I don't know, so this is what they are banking on, and this is very scary because their lawyers wouldn't help me and my mother after the police took her home. And then Uganda was trying to help us, they took her Uganda dead. And since then, I haven't gone to the lawyer for 15 years now. Then my mother's daughter's friend mental illness on her and killed my mother for at the hospital. My mother was out there getting treated for heart disease. So this is extreme behavior. This is like Nazism, where a whole society would be able to turn on an African or a foreigner and make sure they're deprived of their civil rights and get justice in the court. Even to use the bathroom is stressful. And they try to wear me out with stress. Every little thing I do stress. When I go to the bathroom, they'll surround me with the police as I'm put out the bathroom. They did that to me yesterday, October 6th, 2025, at the Port Authority. So they're acting very irresponsibly, and this is all intentional. And sometimes they'll bring the police to the bathroom at the Port Authority, just to harass me, keep the door open, and I have to wear a blanket that's torn because they steal my stuff regularly, and it appears to like try to wear me out to stress and force me to some fake marriage situation or fake sexual relationship situation just to exploit me, possibly poison me, and they believe they're just finding a means to harm me whereby there'll be no legal recourse. Even if people 1,000 years from now wouldn't be able to, it says, some of these people that are into criminality, they like to create cold murder cases that cannot be solved. So they can entangle you to some sexual relationship and maybe choke you dead in that situation and claim a child came out of it, steal your sperm or whatever. You know, I try to defend myself so people is not safe who wants to work out. Also, they stole my green card. The police arrested me in 2019 while Trump was doing this immigration raid. And, in order to get a green card back, you have to show yourself to the immigration. So it's like they was just trying to lure me to show myself to immigration, to go and do and swing up places to mistakenly arrest me because Trump was doing immigration raid at that time. This is why they Trump in 2019, and the head of the Homeland Security was dancing and was saying we don't want immigrants that can't stand on the 2 feet. At that time I was panhandling in Bay Ridge and Fourth Avenue, and the Trump and the authorities here in New York refused to arrest their Homeland Security chief, and this Trump was president then, and soon that's in 2019. They told me my father died in Nigeria. They used to send a Polish woman that said, you have to go back. You have to go back to your home. And I'll report her, and then they stole that phone. And they stole a lot of things after 2019. Because usually when somebody is dead in the family, people will go back to bury them. I didn't have a good relationship with my father. But I did want to go back to bury him, you know. But, it was just to I was just going through a lot of stress, and I even asked the people in Nigeria to see if they could postpone the burial, and they never got back to me. You know, it's just feeling like a nobody. So it's kind of strange what is happening, you know. And all of this stuff, I'm administration again, instead is deporting immigrants, you know. And the Nigerian embassy refused to help me. I contacted them when the last time I was put in the psychiatric ward in 2019. They had the same method they used to kill my mother. You know, they had her daughter's 20 in her while she was having a heart attack. They went to the hospital to Toronto. My mother was telling me about it. And then they told the hospital to lock my mother up. Our daughter has US citizenship. I even contacted Homeland Security that my green card was stolen by the police choking me. And is there anybody can help me? Because the guy took me home and also raped me because I didn't have any ID anymore. You know, and the guy took me home and I couldn't find a bathroom to use in 2020 when it was COVID. They locked up the bathroom at the train stations that I'm going to use. And a guy came to the train station so I could follow him up to use the bathroom. When we got there, I said, he wants to get married quick. I said, no. I said, this was suspicious. I said, I'm expecting money for my mother being killed in the hospital. I said, I can't just get married to anybody. And he raped me and punched me and kicked me out of his house. My face was bloody. You know, I had blood on my face. And the police came and took the picture and wouldn't help me, even though at that time there was an eviction freeze in New York, whereby they said, Cuomo said, due to the COVID, nobody can evict you for a whole year. But this guy raped me and punched me and told me to get out of his house. And the police, I told the police, to help me, and he said, no. He says you're out, you're out. You know, I said, they need to file criminal charges against you. They said, no. So they're police and they're me too. They're extorting people. So I'm a victim of human trafficking, sex trafficking. And they believe the government don't have to pay me nothing. And they help, set up their media who are costing me. I believe since I came out of immigration prison the first time in 2000 when my brother brought me here and they arrested me just I've been under the FBI surveillance. This is what they literally do. Even Snowden said it. That once you're under the federal prison system, with an immigration facility, once you come out as a foreigner, they'll continue to surveil you. So they're giving my information to their media, and the media are in a gangster way are trying to lure me into some sexual trap where I could be killed, and it could claim if a baby was created out of it, and the baby inherits everything. They don't let me write a will, so under the right of separate in case I'm killed, nobody should be able to claim I don't have any sexual relationship with anybody, and whatever lies they want to tell, I don't have any child with anybody, and I'm not trying to make any child through any sexual relationship, whether through adoption, surrogacy, either, I'm single, I don't have to make a separate, I can determine what should happen to my body part. Nobody has the right to take my sperm. I'm a transsexual, I was born with a male genitalia. Nobody has the right to take my sperm to create a baby after I die or whatever, so I'm a coma. Because they keep sending people to attack me. They say a guy was punched in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and he went into coma and died 5 years later. So they keep sending people to get into fights with me. My mother said it was a part of the game. So I don't know if they just believe that they can just put me in a coma, they can steal my sperm and create a baby and have a child. So please, God, I'm a victim of human trafficking sponsored by the US government and their local police, NYPD. And I guess that's why they took my green card, but now I can't open even a bank account to my name. And the civil rights organization don't want to help me. And I'm just getting all kind of sexual proposal. So it's like anybody believes, they can just be the one to get me in a sexual relationship. They can harm me and get the money, create a fake baby, steal my sperm, whatever. So it's kind of weird how this society is set up. For 15 years, none of the civil rights organizations will help me and my mother. It's like you have to bribe them to do anything. Even my mother was saying it's weird how the civil rights organization won't help us. I've gone to the house chapters of this world. Even before they killed Oregon, later it wouldn't help them. Later, Oregon said it would help them. The police took him there. I required Oregon when he said it was going to help me. At the same spot where he said it was going to help me, so he was going to took him there. So so there's a gang now that, is inciting fights against me using the MTA thugs. The MTA is the local train station employees. Anywhere I go, they call the police on me in the bathroom. So there's a local gang, it's like a Black American gang. I don't know the exact name, I don't really study gang activity. So they are the gang members told the MTA workers to get me to fight, that you can just get me harmed. They can get money for their gang, they can lie through my mother's daughters, because my mother said her daughter apparently should be part of it, I'm about to get. So sometimes I see someone that looks like her, she keeps coming to my head where I'm at, even though she's based in Pennsylvania. So I'm like, who's giving this someone that looks like I don't really know her that much because we never grew up together. She always grew up here in America. I always was in Nigeria, but there was a brief period in 1988. My mother brought them to Nigeria for a few weeks. I was able to see them, but then we were separated because my mother took me to a village and they came back to America. So I don't really know what they look like that much, My mother would show me the picture, but I don't have very good experience with them because it was very aggressive and violent when she brought them back to America. And they would beat my mother up and they want to go back to America. So they barely stayed a year in 1988 when she brought them from New York. So and then she was telling me they were bullying her also before she died. Told the hospital to lock her up. They were out of control. She placed them with some white family in 1989 when they brought them back to America and they beat up the white family within a year of getting them. They had to put them in the Pennsylvania juvenile prison. It's so horrible that my mother died in the hands of these daughters in 2015 when the same mental disorder Ebola left her. So, and the authorities refuse to help me. Now they're using people to sexually lure me into some sexual relationship, and I believe their whole purpose is to possibly kill me and claim a child was created out of that relationship and that child inherits everything. And they become the guardian of the child, viewed as the natural living parent. So the international community needs to look into our American government human trafficking Africans, especially under this Trump administration, whereby in 2019, during his first term, the NYPD, they say he has a relationship with the NYPD, set me up. A guy jumped me in front of Bay Ridge and he was sexually molesting me. And the NYPD came and knocked me down in front of the police camera, July 20, 2019, around 8 p.m. Knocked me down, took me to the sidewalk, and they stole my backpack that had my green card. I told Homeland Security about it on Twitter, and they refused to help me, even under the Biden administration. So it's like they're just trying to cover up for the human trafficking going on against the African immigrants. This is shameful, and this Trump is threatening to eliminate all evidence, like possibly saying they're going to be arresting immigrants that can't show their status, and they're going to move them to Guantanamo Bay or El Salvador. So I believe they just want to kill me to whatever means and create a mistake, like Diallo. It's not a mistake. I'm being targeted for real. And this Trump administration needs to be war crime charges needs to be brought against their police, against their homeland security. Because I've been harmed enough. My mother said they used to fondle her when they put her in the psych oath. There was the time she went to the hospital for she was bleeding from my nose. I was bleeding from my nose also because they didn't want us in the shelter. And she screamed the fondled in the hospital in 2011. So there's a lot of sexual abuse going on of immigrants, and nobody would help you. Now my mother's dead because my mother was trying to get justice against the police department at that time, 2011, for taking her. So it's like they use sexual abuse as one of their fighting weapons.